Good day everyone, this is Jermar TV for another video, and today pag-uusapan naman natin about rational numbers and kung paano tayo mag-convert ng rational numbers. So simulan na natin. Okay, so let us define first what is rational numbers. Rational numbers or rational number is a number that can be written in the form a over b. So this reads as a over b, where b is not equal to 0. So yung a at saka b po ay pawang mga whole numbers, provided that yung b ay hindi equal sa 0. So masasabi na isa siyang rational number. So halimbawa 1 over 2 or 1 half, meron tayong 3 over 5 or 7 over 10. So, ayan po yung examples ng rational numbers. Okay? So, i-describe natin yung mga rational number. Okay, so yung rational numbers po, pwede siyang i-describe as fractions, decimals, at saka percent. So, sa fractions, pwede nating isulat yung rational number as a ratio of two numbers. For example, we have 2 over 3, 4 over 7, 10 over 9, at saka 23 over 45. So, sila po yung fractions which describes as a rational number. So, decimals po, we have two types of decimals under rational numbers. So, we have terminating at saka non-terminating repeating. So, pag sinabing terminating, ayan, pag sinabing terminating, ito po yung decimal numbers na may last digit. So, for example, we have 0.72. So, meron siyang last decimal digit, which is, ang tawag dito ay terminating. Same goes with this one. We have 0.6. Bale, ang dulo ng decimal ay 6. So, terminating din siya. And also 1.83. So, meron siyang last digit. On the other hand, kung merong terminating, meron ding non-terminating. Ibig sabihin, wala siyang katapusan. Pero yung decimal digits ay repeating naman. So, non-terminating slash repeating. Ibig sabihin, wala siyang katapusan pero umuulit naman yung digits. Halimbawa, 0.444. Kung mapapansin natin is may bar sa taas. This represents repeating digits. So, kung itutuloy natin yung decimal, so we have 0.444, then 444, it goes on forever. Wala siyang katapusan. So, makikita natin na yung digits ay umuulit forever. Okay? The same goes with this one. So, 0.272727. So, bali, this time, ang umuulit na digit ay 27. And it keeps on repeating forever. So, these are the examples of non-terminating and repeating decimal na siyang bahagi ng rational numbers. Okay? And then we can also describe as percent. So, we have 1%, 24%, 50%, 6.5%, and 155%. So, lahat sila ay yung tinatawag na rational numbers. So, sa video na ito is i-discuss natin kung paano tayo mag-convert ng rational numbers. Simulan natin sa fractions, decimals, at saka sa percent. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so magsimula tayo sa pag-convert ng fraction to decimal. So, alam ko na na-discuss nyo ito nung elementary pa kayo. So, dapat maging refresher na sa inyo to. Ano po? If the denominator is a power of 10, yung mga powers of 10 like 10, 100, 1,000, 1 million, mga ganyan. Yan yung powers of 10. Move the decimal point equal to the number of zeros in the denominator to the left. So, ang tinutukoy dito is move the decimal point equal to the number of zeros is yung numerator ng fraction. So, yung numerator ng fraction, yung decimal point nun, usually nasa pinaka-right side. That's why wala tayong makikitang decimal point. So, kapag wala kang nakikitang decimal point, matik nasa pinaka-right side ng number. Okay? So, yung decimal point ng numerator ay imumove pakaliwa equal to the number of zeros sa denominator. So, for example, para maintindihan natin, number 1, we have 2 over 10. So, una, kopyahin mo muna yung numerator which is 2. Okay? And then, yung decimal point ay laging matatagpuan dito. And then, mag-move tayo ng decimal point, a number of places equal to the number of zeros sa denominator. So, dito, 10 siya. So, isa lang ang 0. So, ibig sabihin, isang place lang ang i-move natin yung decimal point. So, we have 1. Okay? So, nandito na yung decimal point so that ang magiging decimal equivalent doon ay 0.2. So, ito po yung sagot dito. Okay? Ayan po. Next, number 2, we have 15 over 100. So, first, copy mo muna yung numerator, which is 15. Diba? And then, i-move natin yung decimal point. So, yung decimal point, laging nandito. Ano po? So, i-move natin yung decimal point. So, ilang places yon? Nakadepende sa number of zeros. Ano po? So, we have 2 zeros here. So, ibig sabihin, dalawang beses natin i-move. Okay? So, 1, 2. So, nandito na yung decimal point. So, bali, ang decimal equivalent nito ay 0.15. How about 384 over 1,000? Okay? So, copy the numerator, which is 384. And then, ito yung decimal point, nandito siya, no? So, bale, this time, tatlong beses mo siya i-move sa kaliwa since there are 3 zeros sa denominator. So, we have 1, 2, 3. So, bale, nandito yung decimal point and then we have the equivalent number which is 0.384. Okay? So, this is the decimal equivalent of this one. Okay? And then for this one, we have 4 over 100. So, again, copy the numerator, which is 4. And then, nandito yung decimal point. Tapos, we have 2 zeros here. So, ililipat natin yung decimal point 2 places to the left. We have 1, 2. So, nandito yung decimal point. However, meron tayong space na naiwan, no? So, pag ganun, maglalagay tayo ng 0. Okay? So that we have 0.04 as the decimal equivalent of 4 over 100. Kung gusto nyo pa ng iba pang examples is panoorin nyo yung video na yun. Next, paano naman kaya yung denominator ay hindi power of 10? Ganito, if the denominator is not a power of 10, divide the numerator by the denominator and stop if the remainder is 0 or the digits starts repeating. Okay, so for number 1, we have 3 over 5. So, yung 5 po ay hindi siya power of 10. Kasi yung powers of 10, yun nga, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, mga ganyan. Okay? Kapag ganon, i-divide natin yung numerator sa denominator. At titigil ka lang kapag yung remainder ay 0 or yung digits doon sa quotient ay uulit na. Okay? Mag-uulit. Mga ganon. Okay? So, first, we have 3 over 5. So, i-divide natin yung 3 sa 5. So, remember po, 3 sa loob, 5 sa labas. Okay? And then, maglalagay tayo ng decimal point sa sagot. Parang ganito. Okay? Now, we have to start with 3 divided by 5, which is 0. No? Kasi, di magkakasya yung 5 sa 3 eh. Diba? So, maglalagay tayo ng isa pang 0 dito. Ano po? So, that magiging 30 na siya. Though, may decimal point sa gitna. Kaya, naging 3.0. Ano po? So, gawin natin 30 to. Ano po? So, 30 divided by 5 equals 6. And 6 times 5 is 30. Then, 30 minus 30 is 0. Since ang remainder ay 0, ibig sabihin, titigil na tayo sa pag-divide. And kung ano man ang nakuhang quotient ay yun ang magiging sagot. Answer nun. So, ibig sabihin, the decimal equivalent of 3 over 5 is 0.6. So, yan po. Okay? Next po sa number 2, we have 7 over 8. So, again, 8 is not a power of 10. So, i-divide natin yung 7 sa 8. Okay? And then, maglalagay tayo ng decimal point. Ano po? So, that we have 7 divided by 8. So, let's start. And then, sisimulan natin ang pag-divide. Ano po? So, 7 divided by 8 equals 0. No? So, hindi magkakasya yung 8 sa 7. Ano po? So, maglalagay tayo ng isang 0 dito after decimal point. So, that magiging 70 na siya. Okay? Though may decimal sa gitna, kaya naging 7.0. No? 70 divided by 8, that is equal to 8. Okay? And then 8 times 8 becomes 64. Ayan. Okay? And then subtract 70 minus 64. This will become 6. Okay? Bring down the next 0, which becomes 60. Diba? Then 60 divided by 8, this will become 7. Then 7 times 8 is 56. Then subtract 60 minus 56 is 4. Bring down 0. And then we should keep going. Ano po? So 40 divided by 8, this will become 5. And then 5 times 8 equals 40. Then 40 divided by 40 is 0. So ang remainder po natin ay 0. So we stop. Okay? At kung ano man ang nakuhang o quotient, ayan po yung magiging decimal equivalent nito. So 7 over 8 is equal to 0.875. Okay? So ayan po yung sagot. And then for number 3, we have 5 over 3. Now, so bali, i-divide natin numerator sa denominator. So we have 5 divided by 3. Okay? Then maglalagay tayo ng decimal point. Okay? And then we start dividing. So 5 divided by 3. So isa lang ang 3 na kakasya sa 5. So 5 divided by 3 is 1. And then 1 times 3 equals 3. And then 5 minus 3 equals 2. Diba? And then bring down the first 0. Okay? So that magiging 20 na siya. Okay? Ampo. And then 20 divided by 3. Ilang 3 ang kakasya sa 23? Bale 6. Okay? Then 6 times 3 becomes 18. And 20 minus 18 equals 2. Bring down the next 0. So, again, we have 20 here, katulad nito. So, let's divide kung talaga mag-uulit siya. So, 20 divided by 3, magiging 6. Then, 6 times 3 is 18. 20 minus 18 is 2. Bring down the next 0. Again, 20 ulit siya. So, kapag dinivide natin 20 sa 3, magiging 6 pa din. And 6 times 3 equals 18. Then subtract, magiging 2. So mapapansin natin na parang umuulit na yung division. So dito tayo titigil kapag nakikita mo umuulit na yung division. Okay? So kung itutuloy kasi natin, 'di ba? Kung itutuloy kasi natin, magiging 1.6666666. Ayan. It goes on forever. Ano po? So this decimal number is equivalent to 5 over 3, pero pwede nating isulat as 1.6 with a bar on the top of 6. Okay? So, yung 6 po is the repeating digit, kaya maglalagay tayo ng bar sa tuktok ng 6. So, this is the equivalent to 5 over 3. So, 1.6 repeating po ang basa dito. Okay? So, this should be the answer. So, ayan po. Okay, next part naman is yung decimal to fraction. So, i-convert natin from decimal to fraction. Okay? If the decimal is terminating, ibig sabihin, yan yung decimal na may last decimal digit, kagaya ng 0.35, 0.222, mga ganyan, or 0.1. Sila yung terminating decimal sapagkat meron siyang last digit sa decimal number. Okay, so ulitin po natin. If the decimal is terminating, copy the decimal digits as the numerator and write 1, yung digit 1, followed by the number of digit zeros equal to the number of decimal places. Reduce to lowest term if possible. Okay, so number 1, we have 0.7. So to convert this to fraction, bale, ganito kung gagawin, no? So, yung taas po or yung numerator is kukopyahin mo yung decimal places. So, we have 7 here. Okay? So, 7 as the decimal digit. So, isulat natin as numerator. 7. Okay? And then, sa denominator, isulat natin yung 1 followed by the number of zeros equal to number of decimal places. So, dito, sa 0.7, isa lang yung decimal place. So, isang 0 ang ilalagay natin after the digit 1. So, we have the fraction 7 over 10. And this is the answer kasi wala tayong i-reduce dito. Wala tayong madidivide sa 7 at sa 10 since wala tayong common factor between 7 and 10. Okay? Next, number 2, we have 0.24. So, isulat natin yung numerator as the decimal places. So, ano yung decimal places natin? 2, 4. So, isulat natin as 24. Okay? And then sa denominator, isulat natin yung 1 followed by the number of zeros equal to the number of decimal places. So, we have 2 decimal places here, dalawa. So, ibig sabihin, dalawang 0 ang ilalagay natin. So that we have the fraction 24 over 100. Okay? And then, i-reduce natin sa lowest term by dividing both numbers by their common factor. So, yung common factor nila ay 4 kasi para sa divide yan sa 4 eh. 'Di ba? So, i-divide natin sa 4 so that we have 24 divided by 4 equals 6 and 100 divided by 4 becomes 25. So, yeah, this is the fraction equivalent to 0.24. Next, number 3, we have 0.107. Diba? So, sa numerator, isulat natin or kopyahin natin yung decimal places as the number. So, we have 107. And then, sa denominator, isulat natin yung 1 followed by the number of zeros equal to the number of places. So, we have 3 places here. So, tatlong 0 ang ilalagay natin. So, we have 1, 2, 3. 107 over 1,000. Okay? And, unfortunately, wala tayong common factor between 107 and 1,000. So, this is already in lowest term. Okay? 107 over 1,000. And then, for this one, we have 0.025. Okay, so kopyahin natin yung decimal places. However, ang mauuna ay 0. So, hindi natin ina-allow na isulat yung number kung saan mag-uumpisa sa 0, like 0 to 5. So, bawal yung 0 sa unahan. Ano po? So, instead, alisin natin 0 at isulat na lang natin yung 25. Okay? And then, para naman sa denominator, isulat natin yung 1 and then followed by 3 zeros dahil meron tayong tatlong decimal places sa given number. So that we have 25 over 100. Okay? And then, makikita natin na divisible by 25 yung parehong number which is, ayan yung common factor nila. So, i-divide natin both numerator and denominator by 25. So, 25 divided by 25 is 1 and 100 divided by 25 is 40. So, therefore, the fraction equivalent is 1 over 40. Okay? So, kung gusto nyo pa ng iba pang examples, panoorin nyo yung video na nasa upper right corner ng screen. Next part is this one. If the decimal is non-terminating but repeating, so, ibig sabihin, wala siyang katapusan pero yung digits niya ay umuulit, diba? Non-terminating but repeating. Write the repeated digit as the numerator and write a number of digit 9s equal to the number of repeated digits as the denominator. Reduce to lowest terms if possible. So, take a close look of this number, 0.22222. Ayan, tuloy-tuloy yan forever. Ano po? So, kung mapapansin natin, ang digit na umuulit ay 2. So, we can also write this as 0.2 repeating. So, maglalagay tayo ng bar over the repeated digit. So that, makikita natin kung ano yung digit na umuulit at ilang digits ang umuulit. Ano po? So, yun ang basis ng numerator and denominator natin. Ano po? So, sa numerator, isusulat natin kung anong digit ang umulit, which is 2. 'Di ba? 2. And sa denominator naman, isusulat natin yung digit 9s, no? Ilang 9s ang isusulat natin, nakadepende doon sa number of repeated digits. Okay? So makikita natin na isang digit lang ang umuulit, no, which is 2. So isang digit lang ang umuulit. So ibig sabihin, isang 9 lang ang isusulat natin. So we have 2 over 9. Okay, so this is the fraction equivalent of 0.2222, ganon. So 2 over 9. Okay? Next, number 2, we have 0.45, 45, 45, 45, and so on. Okay? So makikita natin yung umuulit na digit ay 4, 5. Diba? Kasi siya yung umuulit. Ano po? So pwede natin isulat as 0.45 repeating. Since umuulit yung number na 45. Okay? So, yung magiging numerator natin is the repeating digit, which is 45. 'Di ba? Yan, repeating digit or set of digits. Yan, 45. Tapos, isusulat natin yung digit 9. Kung ilang 9 ang isusulat natin, depende sa number of repeating digits. Since dalawang digit ang umuulit, isusulat natin yung dalawang 9. Okay, so that meron tayong fraction na 45 over 99. However, meron silang common factor between them, and that is 9. So, i-divide natin both numerator and denominator by 9. Okay, so 45 divided by 9 is 5, and 99 divided by 9 is 11. So, we have 5 over 11. Okay, and for the last one, we have 0.232323. So, we can see that yung repeating digit ay 23. Diba? And pwede natin isulat as 0.23 repeating. Okay? Para makita natin na yung 23 ay yung umuulit na digit. Okay? So, yung numerator po natin ay 23, which is yung repeating digits. And then, yung denominator naman is number of digit 9s equal to the number of repeating digits. So, there are 2 repeating digits. So, ibig sabihin, dalawang 9 ang isusulat natin. So that we have the fraction 23 over 99. So, there is no common factor between them. So, wala tayong i-lowest term dito. Okay? So, ito na po yung kasagutan. Okay? 23 over 99. Okay? Ayan po. Okay, so dito sa last part is magko-convert tayo mula sa percent papunta sa decimal and fraction. Okay? So, kung ang given ay percent at gusto natin i-convert sa decimal, no? Ang gagawin natin is to move 2 decimal places to the left. So, ano yung i-move natin? Yung decimal point. Okay? So, from percent to decimal, yung decimal point doon ay ililipat natin 2 decimal places to the left. Okay? So, yun ang magiging decimal equivalent doon. Ngayon, kung decimal naman ang given at i-convert natin sa percent, we do the opposite way. So, move 2 decimal places to the right. I-move natin yung decimal point 2 places to the right, and then huwag kalilimutan maglagay ng percent symbol. Kasi ang i-convert natin ay decimal to percent. Okay? 2 places to the right, and then maglagay ng percent. Okay? And then, para naman sa percent to fraction, para tayo mag-convert from percent to fraction, unay mo muna yung decimal. So, percent to decimal, and then follow the steps in converting decimal to fraction. Katulad na diniscuss natin before. Okay? So, let's start. We have number 1, we have 2% as the given. So, i-convert natin sa decimal at fraction. Okay? So, from 2%, percent na given, i-convert natin sa decimal, move 2 decimal places to the left. So, from 2%, no, ito yung decimal point niya, ililipat natin 2 decimal places to the left. And then, maglalagay tayo ng zeros whenever necessary. So, ito yung 0, tapos ito yung space, so maglalagay tayo ng 0. And then, i-drop natin yung percent symbol. Okay, alisin natin. So that yung decimal equivalent nun ay 0.02. Okay? So, natandaan nyo naman siguro yung topic na percentage increase tsaka decrease, diba? So, dapat naka-decimal form siya kapag magko-compute tayo. Ano po? So, 0.02. And to convert this decimal to fraction, simply isulat lang yung decimal place dun sa numerator, which is 2. Since bawal yung 0 sa unahan, so 2 na lang. Over 1 followed by the number of zeros equal to the number of decimal places, which is 2. So, maglalagay tayo ng 2 zeros. So that we have 2 over 100. Or, pwede nating i-lowest term since meron tayong common factor, di ba? So, i-divide natin pareho sa 2, which gives us 1 over 50. Okay? So, ito po yung lowest term niya. 1 over 50. Okay? So, ayan po sa number 1. Next, number 2, we have 15%. Ano po? So, 15%. So, alisin natin yung percent symbol. And then, yung decimal point nito, which is nandito siya, ilipat natin 2 decimal places to the left. So that we have 0.15. Okay, so 0.15. Okay? And then, i-convert natin yung 0.15 sa fraction so that we have 15 over 100. So, alam nyo dapat yan kung bakit. Ano po? So, 15 over 100. And then, we see that there is a common factor between them, 15 at saka 100. So, i-divide natin pareho sa 5. So, 15 divided by 5 is 3 and 100 divided by 5 is 20. So, we have 3 over 20. Okay? Next, number 3, given naman yung decimal. So, i-convert naman natin sa percent. So, paano yon? 0.4. Bale, ang gagawin natin, from decimal to percent, move 2 decimal places to the right and then affix the percent symbol. So, from here, maglilipat tayo ng 2 decimal places so that we have 1, 2. Okay, nandito na yung decimal point and then, lagyan natin ng 0 sa mga space. So that magiging 40 na siya. So, this means 40 then percent. Okay, so 40%. Okay, and then para naman sa fraction, since isa lang yung decimal place niya, bali ang magiging fraction nun ay 4 over 10. Okay, kasi isa lang yung decimal place, kaya isang 0 lang ang nilagay. Okay, 4 over 10. And then, i-reduce natin sa lowest term, this will become 2 over 5. So, alam nyo dapat yan kung bakit. Ano po? And then, for the last one, we have 0.005. So, isulat natin 0.005. Bale, from decimal to percent. So, ililipat natin decimal point to decimal places to the right. Okay? Kung saan siya huminto, yun ang magiging percent niya. So, magiging 0.5. Ito po yun. Then, maglagay tayo ng percent. Okay? And then, i-convert natin to sa fraction. We have 5 over, again, hindi pwede mauna yung 0 sa numeral, kaya 5 na lang, over 1,000. Bakit? Kasi tatlong zeros tatlong decimal places, kaya 1,000. And then, i-reduce natin sa lowest term, this will become 1 over 200. Kaya naging 1 over 200 dahil dinivide natin itong dalawa sa common factor, which is 5. Okay, kaya 1 over 200 ang sagot. Alright, so that's all for today about rational numbers, no? And we can describe rational numbers as the decimal, fraction, and percent. Kumbaga yung diniscuss natin sa video na ito is, yan po yung review para sa mga susunod na topic. Ano po? So, dapat mag-practice kayo mag-convert ng rational numbers among 3 forms, no, na percent, decimal, at saka fraction, kasi magagamit natin ito sa mga susunod na topics like comparing, ordering, at saka kung paano tayo mag-add, subtract, multiply, at saka mag-divide ng rational numbers. Okay, so practice na lang, practice mag-convert ng rational numbers. Okay, so ayun po. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos and follow me also on my TikTok account. Stay safe, God bless, and as always, have a great day to all.